Is neuroacanthocytosis genetic? Is neuroacanthocytosis genetic? This question is essential for understanding this complex group of disorders. Neuroacanthocytosis refers to a group of rare neurological conditions that indeed have a genetic basis. These disorders arise from specific mutations in certain genes, and the inheritance patterns can vary depending on the syndrome involved. The main syndromes classified under neuroacanthocytosis include chorea-acanthocytosis, McLeod syndrome, Huntington's disease like 2, and pantothenate kinase-associated neurodegeneration. Chorea-acanthocytosis and pantothenate kinase-associated neurodegeneration are inherited in an autosomal recessive manner. This means that an individual must inherit two copies of the mutated gene, one from each parent, to develop the condition. If only one copy is inherited, the person is typically a carrier and does not exhibit symptoms. On the other hand, McLeod syndrome follows an X-linked recessive inheritance pattern. In this case, males who have only one X chromosome need just one copy of the mutated gene to develop the disorder. Females, having two X chromosomes, are usually carriers unless both copies are affected. Huntington's disease like 2 is inherited in an autosomal dominant pattern. Here, only one copy of the mutated gene is sufficient for the disorder to manifest. Each child of an affected parent has a 50% chance of inheriting the mutation. From the perspective of Parkinson's disease, neuroacanthocytosis is significant because it can present with movement disorders that resemble Parkinson's disease or other neurodegenerative conditions. However, the underlying causes are fundamentally different. Neuroacanthocytosis is always genetic, while Parkinson's disease is most often sporadic, with only a small percentage of cases linked to genetic mutations. Understanding the genetic basis of neuroacanthocytosis is vital for accurate diagnosis, especially when symptoms overlap with those of Parkinson's disease. Genetic testing can help differentiate between these conditions and guide appropriate management and counseling for affected individuals and their families. It is always advisable to seek professional medical advice for diagnosis and treatment, as symptoms and genetic risks can vary widely among individuals.